Hello, my name is Devaney and thanks for tuning into Short Not Sweet, a curmudgeon's take on fashion. I post videos on Wednesdays, and this Wednesday I will be talking about one of my favorite things, and that is hats. How to pick the right hat for you, because I know sometimes hats can seem a little bit daunting, you know, they can be a little bit polarizing. You put one on and you're like, oof, do I look a little weird in this? And so today I'm going to be talking about how to pick the right hat for you to add a little bit of oomph to your style, because I really think they can be a great accessory. So I will be talking about how to pick the right hat based on your face shape, based on your figure, how to determine the sizing of your hat, materials of hats, and also just how to add them slowly. What is the best, way to dip your foot into the hat game, So we're gonna start with looking at your face shape, and we're gonna start with grabbing a mirror, grabbing a phone and taking a selfie, grabbing a friend, grabbing your partner, looking in a reflecting pool, something to determine the shape of your face. And basically it's how symmetrical is it, what the ratio between your forehead and your chin, all that comes into play. Okay, so the first shape we're going to talk about is a round shaped face. Basically, it's even all around, and it doesn't come, you see my face comes to a little point here, but your face is perfectly round. And a way to really play that up, and these are for any face shape, is you really want to create a contrast with a hat, And so because you have around your face, you want to use your hat to create more angles, And so the way that you can do that, you can do something with a front brim here, so it's a little bit asymmetrical. You can also do something with an asymmetrical crown. And so just the terminology I'm going to be using, the brim here is the part that sticks out here, and the crown is the part here on top. So you can do something with an asymmetrical crown here. For instance, a fedora, if you've ever seen, they have the little pinches inside the hat. Something that's asymmetrical, just to add a little bit more angular interest to your face. Your face is already interesting. It's already fabulous. But just to add a little bit more interest, a little bit more angles, you can use a hat to do that. Now, if you have a longer face, if you have usually kind of like a longer forehead here, you can use a hat with a wider brim, just to cut across your eyebrows here. Also a lower crown, because you don't need to play up. You already have a longer face, so you don't need to really play it up, make it any longer with that taller brim. You can do like a lower crown here. And it can also be a larger brim here, because you do have a larger forehead, so you have more to play with. And so you can do the larger brim. Now, if you have a square face, so again, you're creating contrast. If you have that squared off face, you can use a hat with a rounder brim, maybe a curvier brim, a rounder crown, just to create more of a rounded shape, because you already do have a square face. Now, if you have a heart-shaped face, and these are this is me. If you got that 5-head, shout out the 5-head gang. You want to do something that maybe doesn't quite accentuate the forehead. So you're going to do something that doesn't have a very small brim. But you also, because our chin here comes to a little point here, you don't want to do anything that has a super wide brim either, because you don't want to kind of like drown your face, and it'll make your chin look even pointier. So you can stick to something that is kind of a medium brim, and you do have a whole plethora of hats to play with. These next 3 face shapes, you have a little bit more versatility, although really you don't have to stick to these rules. But if you're looking for just a way to step into it and you want to look for something that is more flattering, you can choose something with a more medium-sized brim, because that'll be the most flattering for you. Now, the next shape is an oval-sized shape. That's kind of like my face shape, but a little bit less of a pointed chin. Y'all really can wear anything. Anything would be pretty flattering on you. And last is a diamond face shape. And that is probably not as large, not as wide as of a forehead here, and maybe a more pointed chin here. And that also, you're pretty universal on what you can do, but you do really want to stay away from anything that has too wide of a brim, because again, it might play up your chin in a way that you're not really looking for. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is your own figure. Now, the first thing I want to say is, regardless of figure, when it comes to the brim, you don't really want to get a brim that is wider than your shoulders, that might kind of like swallow you, you know, and that unless that is what you're going for. So in terms of figure, you know, if you're short, not sweet, and petite like I am 5'3" on a good day, okay? So you don't want anything, again, that's gonna swallow you. So you don't wanna do anything that has too wide of a brim. You might wanna stick to a smaller brim. And then on the other hand, if you're taller, you can play with a larger brim, but you don't want anything that has too tall of a crown because you're already pretty tall. So you might, unless you want to play that up, but if you don't want to play it up as much, you can choose something with a lower crown. Again, just to create that contrast. If you have a fuller figure, you want something that has a wider brim. You know, you don't want to just put on the hat and it's just not making any difference. You can have something that has maybe a brim that turns up, that turns under, that has, you know, some kind of detailing, you know, to really just play up your features and just, you know, to make a difference, to make a pop in your look. And then last, if you have more angular features, maybe those sharp Michel Cole cheekbones, you know, you might want to choose something that has kind of like details that are more round, that are softer, that kind of soften your features, make a nice contrast to your features. You can also choose something with a front brim, kind of like what I'm wearing today. And then it kind of like lets those sharp cheekbones, you know, shine. Because come on, what are we doing? And if you want a good resource, there's a lot of good websites out there, but one that was really, really detailed was headcovers.com. And I'm going to link them below because they have really all kinds of pictures, all kinds of details. If you're looking for detailed information about what hats that would work for you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is how to determine the fit of a hat. Okay, so the easiest way to do that and the most accurate way to do that is just to get yourself a tape measure and to measure 1 inch above your eyebrows all around your head. And you want to make sure the tape measure stays flat against your head and isn't curved or turning in any way so that you get the accurate count. And once you get that, you know, you'll probably get that if you're in the US, you'll get that probably in inches. And you can convert that. I'm going to put up the little conversion on the screen for you. You can take a little screenshot and you can convert that to centimeters because a lot of brands do have their hats in centimeters. And you can also convert it to the US hat sizes as well as universal hat sizes of like small, medium, large. And just so you know, a 57 centimeters or a medium, that is usually what you'll see if you see a one size fits most hat. So if you fall, you know, a lot above or a lot smaller than that size, just something to note when you see a one size fits most, this might not be the right thing for you. Now, once you determine your size, you also want to think about your lifestyle. So is your hair kind of big like mine? Do you wear a lot of braids, wigs, weaves? You know, whatever the case may be, your hair is super thick. You might want to consider sizing up in your hats because the worst thing is you don't want to get the hat and it's only comfortable if you wear your hair one way. So you might want to like kind of factor that in when you are purchasing a hat. Also think about certain materials are more flexible. Certain hats do have little like flexible things to make the hat bigger or smaller. These are all things to think about when you are purchasing a hat and thinking about the size. Next, I want to talk about material. Certain materials, I believe, are just more conducive for certain seasons. So, for instance, you have your wool hats, your felt hats. Those seem more conducive to like winter. You know, this is a wool blend hat here from Maison Michel. And it's a fabulous hat, but honestly, I'm not putting that hot thing on in nobody's summer. It's just not gonna work, is it? And really, it doesn't really go with my summer wardrobe anyway, right? And so if you're in the summer, good materials include like straw. Here we go, a straw, sun hat here, raffia, things like that. And then you have certain materials that really are good no matter what, you know, season we're in. This is a cotton hat from, this is a Dior cotton hat here. This is kind of like a canvas hat here. And then this is a denim hat, denim bucket hat here. And these are hats, you know, also nylon. Nylon is a good summer material as well. Summer and winter, I think it can work, you know, no matter what time of year that it is. So this is just something to keep in mind when you're building your collection. And then last, how do you dip your toe into the hat game? You don't have any hats, you're a little bit nervous about it. I would say start simple. Start with the hat that really everyone should have in their collection. Just because the sun is crazy, you should be wearing some type of protection on your head in the summer anyway. Start with a sun hat. Get you a sun hat, you know, put mine on right here. It works for everybody, you know, and you should be wearing that if you're going to the beach, you're going on vacation, whatever you have going on, get yourself a sun hat. It truly is, it's not doing too much. You know, I think that's the concern. Am I going to be looking like I'm doing too much? No, you won't, you know, and those tend to be very affordable. You can find them at every price point. This is one here is from Marshall's. You know, it's hard to like link stuff from Marshall's, but I will try to link some cute ones that I found below. You can get them in like a very functional color that this is black with a black ribbon, excuse me. I have one with a pink ribbon. You really can find them in every color. I would say start with something simple like a sun hat, a hat that you should have in your collection anyway. And then as you go on, you might say, okay, I want to keep doing this. Another simple hat, I don't really, this one is not really for me, but baseball caps, they're a great thing to add to your collection. Your hair ain't doing what it needs to do that day. You just put that thing on. Very easy. You can get them in any colors. It doesn't even have to be from a specific team. Just, you know, a lot of different retailers have different type of baseball caps at different price points. They're a great way to dip your toe in. Then as you get more comfortable, my next step would be add a bucket hat. You know, I think bucket hats are a lot of fun. This one is from Gucci. Yours does not have to be from nobody's Gucci. But this one, it's denim. Denim goes with everything. You know, easy to pair with jean shorts. And then you can wear it in the winter as well. I mean, it's just a really easy addition. I would also say another easy and practical thing to add would be to add a rain hat. And this is a rain hat from Totes. I just got this about a week ago. I haven't even worn it, but I have another one from them. And they have some in so many colors. And it's in this rain resistant material with this wide brim, but not too wide as we were just talking about. And it's just really easy to add. And they can be, you know, just a useful thing that's cute and something that you should have in your collection anyway, just because honestly, umbrellas are a scam. They're useless. If a stiff wind comes by and the thing breaks, I hate umbrellas, okay? Get you a rain hat. Come on now. And then as time goes on, you might start being adventurous and you might go into all different type of things. This here is a Newsboy cap here. Again, I'm not wearing this in the summer because it's a little bit hot, but it's super cute. And I love this shape. I love this color. And it's really, you know, as you get used to it, I think it'll be an easy addition to any wardrobe. I got it in this neutral color. You can get it in a funky color as well, but I have it in this neutral color and it's a similar shape as this Dior hat. I'll put this on here. I'm really just being adventurous today, huh? God knows what my hair looks like at this point. But, you know, I think that Newsboy caps are a great addition as well. They're a fun shape. I think they're pretty universally flattering as well. Just, you know, you can play with the size of the brim, the different features on the crown. And as you get more and more comfortable, you might venture out to like fedoras, to berets, to little cloche hats. I mean, there are so many options, you know, and I will, of course, be putting up pictures of me styling these hats in different ways. I mean, it's really a great addition to your wardrobe. So I would definitely recommend it. If you're thinking about becoming a hat person, go out there, go forth and do it. I would definitely recommend it. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the comments below. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to this channel and maybe even give this video a like. You can also check me out at shortnotsweet.com where I discuss fashion and give styling tips there as well. Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourself. Bye.